All right, welcome back to Triple B Movie Reviews. It's Jake with the Ed here with our beer,
our beards,
and our B movies. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I'm going to call this the saga of the Mark Polonia. I think I pronounced that right.
Right.
Movies.
And folks, we're doing Sharkenstien. Now, this is here again. This is the zero budget crew who bumped into somebody who does a little bit of animated graphics from maybe back in the '60s.
Well, let's start this off right. Okay. First off, this guy, much like Quentin Tarantino or the guys that do Super Trooper, or there's a couple other groups out there, has a core of actors that he brings with him.
Fearsome.
Yes. And in the beginning of our series, when we first started putting out videos, we did Bigfoot versus Zombie. I really, to this day, could not tell you why.
Because I picked it.
And it has become infamous in the Triple B.
It's only risen in stature over the weeks.
Because the Ed loved it. It from the
and
scene with the mask,
did I know,
it was like this.
Little did I know, this guy's made a lot of movies.
Yes, we talked about that a couple weeks back.
And my son was nice enough to give me the titles, folks. So today we're doing Sharkenstien.
So give them a rundown the plot there.
Okay, the plot's like this. It starts out with some Nazis breaking in on a scientist, and they steal what was supposedly Frankenstein's brain
and heart
that are supposedly indestructible. Then it pans to the present, where there's a Bay community. It's kind of a vacation place kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah, it's supposed to be the same as like Jaws.
Yeah,
you've got the
that's exactly
spot.
The idea, and they're having people getting killed lately. They're having people disappear, and this crew of young folk who are amazingly actors you've seen before if you watch Bigfoot versus Zombies are going down there for vacation. They've rented a boat, so they bump in, and sure enough, this mad scientist, who's actually the same doctor that was in Bigfoot versus Zombies, has manufactured him a Frankenstein-style shark. And so that's what's killing people. And they go through the whole thing. They bump into the place where the doctor's working.
Yeah, their boat dies and they end up swimming through the island.
To this little island. They find him and the shark, and he gets them to help him put Frankenstein's heart and brain into this shark.
Which magically makes him grow arms. And we'll talk about that later in some of
this is one of the bonuses of that.
Yes. So
that's basically the plot,
Yeah.
All right, give me your pan of the whole thing. I'm used to it. I want to keep picking these as long as you find out you like them.
Do we have that much time? I mean, what is the average
life
expectancy of a white male in the United States? I don't know that we have.
Long enough. We could get them all in.
Oh my God!
He might put out 2 or 3 more.
You said we're going to keep watching them until I like it, and I'm saying I don't know that there's that much time.
I think there is.
We watch all the movies.
I have faith.
All right, so let's start with positives, because after all, this is obviously a sad, sad existence that won't die anytime soon. Let's keep an upbeat, folks. I don't want to rob you of it. You give me your positives, because I brought this to you knowing that you would love it.
Of course, some of the characters, are, and like I say, you have to approach this understanding this guy doesn't have a budget. This is what he does his whole career. You know, so you look at it with that in mind, okay? Yes. And the odd little things they use as special effects are kind of quaint, kind of different. The little submarine thing at the very first was, wow, you know, I haven't seen anything
it
like
wasn't,
that.
They definitely, there was a combination of thinking about what they wanted to do combined with what do we actually have the ability to do.
Right, right. Now, I'm going to definitely agree that when the shark jumped up on the beach and got
arms,
someone,
yeah. Oh yeah,
it was just a little splash of red, and then you see the shark. You never saw anything.
Oh, that was horrible.
And there was no boobies again. I'm sorry. That would have probably.
I think you have to pay them more for that. I think that's the problem, is that you have to have actual actresses that are willing to do that.
You have to have a budget for this.
Yeah.
Darn it. Well, anyway.
Who knew? Boobies cost money.
Although there was the one sex scene in the movie. I'm going to let you explain.
Is that one of your positives?
That's a positive.
The scene where, again, they put the heart and the brain in, and he magically grows arms, which apparently he has lungs.
Lightning hit him.
Yeah, has lungs.
Frankenstein had that lightning.
Yep. He has lungs as well because he no longer has to be in water, and he's going around killing people. And at one point, you see a elderly, or let's say at the end of her career.
She was probably around 50.
Yeah, she was at the end of her pornographic career.
Right.
And the shark eats her producer, or director, I guess you would.
Right, the cameraman.
Yeah, and throws her down. And I will have to say that as he's, do we want to say raping? I mean, I don't.
The only line in there was, "I don't even know your name."
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. So
it was kind of cute. It was, it wasn't terribly rude.
Yeah.
It was just funny. And this movie,
it was not. It was not something that's going to offend anybody, unless you're, well, oh my God, bestiality. Unless that's just even implied. Other than that, no, it was pretty PG.
Yeah.
So that's your goods.
That was a good one.
All right.
I thought it was just entertaining. I mean,
for my positives, there was a few parts that were cute. For one, I enjoy the fact that this is a beach community, and you would see the same scene of the same girl walking down the beach every time. But every time they showed water and anything happened, it was so obvious that it was in a lake. It was in a lake, and it was in probably, I'm guessing, the same area that they filmed Bigfoot versus Zombies.
It's a possibility.
Because
it's probably in their backyard somewhere.
Yes. I love the fact, though, that they were like, we're in a lake. It looks like an ocean. Make it happen.
Sure, why not?
I liked that. I enjoyed the fact that the patrol boat and the boat that they took out, that they rented, same boats. It's like,
What? I didn't know that. They were just
patrol boat, or regular speedboat type things. They weren't like they had two different boats, but they looked like they were almost the same thing. They
were just basic sport boats.
Yeah, they didn't even take the time to put like a star on the side of it for.
No, they probably borrowed it from a neighbor.
Yeah.
Didn't have that opportunity.
I also really enjoyed the fact that Ken Van Sant plays Duke Larson, which is the same character he played in Bigfoot versus Zombies.
I know you've kind of got to think.
I thought that was pretty funny, and he was the same ass. I mean, he's rude.
Same personality.
Yeah, so that would be my positives, few that they are, but it wasn't bad. I did also think I enjoyed. I liked how the ending had the monster in a building burning down, the same as the end of Frankenstein. So, like, you had the beginning of Jaws, where people are getting eaten and disappearing, but then it ends like Frankenstein, where they burn him up in a building.
Yeah, but he didn't die. The very end of the movie, he jumps out of the water and gets the girl.
Yeah, that's true. But it's still the ending of...
There was a little bit of, mirror towards the Frankenstein idea.
Right. Oh, God, you don't think they're doing a Sharkenstien 2, do you?
It could be.
Oh, jeez.
Bride of Sharkenstein. Castle of Sharkenstein. These could go on forever.
We're taking open auditions to be the Ed. All right.
Damn it.
How about your negatives?
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't care as much for the ending. And
when he got the girl, or in the building?
When he got the girl.
Okay.
That part was kind of a letdown. I was expecting a little something different than that. I didn't care so much for that. It was entertaining. I enjoyed the movie, but yeah, you know, when the shark jumped up on land and got somebody, and all you got is a little flash of red on the screen, and then the shark.
Well, it was computer animated blood. It wasn't even real blood.
Wasn't even real blood.
Have you ever seen
that particular?
Have you ever seen Hatchet?
Effect was kind of sad. No.
Hatchet, a movie we may review in the future, does the same type of thing where you have somebody die, and then they just like throw a bucket of blood against a tree. It's just like, which is interesting because in that movie they show people dying. Yeah, but they could have done a little more.
But yeah, that particular effect, obviously, that was what they had the ability to do. You know, and like I say, they're doing stuff for no budget. And the director's kind of interesting. He said, if you know, his whole deal is if he could inspire others to get out and do something, get out and make something. So
I give you mad props. I mean, all the picking on them aside, you know, to make that many movies, and most of them have the same four. That Ken Van Sant is in it. The guy that played Skip is in it. The girl Maggie.
Skip, he's still around.
Oh man!
I wonder what happened to the gal that played the nurse in Bigfoot.
Well, keep in mind, Bigfoot versus Zombie was made after Sharkenstien.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
So that might be
like Duke Larson died in Bigfoot versus Zombies, I think. Although he died in this one too. Didn't he? When he in the book?
Maybe he dies every movie. Like, we'll find out.
I'm pretty sure though that this was 2015 and Bigfoot versus Zombies was 2016.
I'm not sure.
I might have that flip. But you know.
Yeah, I thought Sharkenstien was after, but I may be wrong.
Which I'm trying to think the movie, but I'm pretty sure Duke Larson ends up getting bitten by a zombie when he's in the movie.
This is 2016.
So my negatives are it's another movie by Mark Polonia. I don't like Skip. I don't know.
Yeah, Skip. He's an idiot.
Ken Van Sant is. They're not. None of them are good actors. Let's just go down there right there. You know, Mark Scorsese and you know, I can't think of any other big directors right now, but you know,
they're not calling on.
Zack Snyder's not calling Ken Van Sant to act in the
guy that plays the doctor. You're not going to see him in anybody else.
His German accent is my number one problem with the movie.
Yeah, it was not good.
So butchered. Although it was entertaining. It was funny. At some point, you ended up noticing that he was not going to sound like a German scientist, and you started going, okay, how butchered can we get this?
Well, he made the effort.
My negative also for him, while almost a positive, because I'm not really 100%, is when they did the surgery, it was like a steak knife and a kitchen knife and like some tongs or something.
Pliers. Yeah, and if you notice, the brain didn't fit through the hole. They just kind of set it on the edge and walked off, I guess.
I also had, one of my negatives is the arms being grown between when they put the brain and everything in there.
No explanation.
No explanation.
Well, like I've said before, you know, with B movies, sometimes you don't really want to know everything.
And I think they missed out on an opportunity with the aged porn star. You know, the shark comes up there and she makes the comment about, well, I don't even know your name. It would have been nice if, like, they'd get done and he'd eaten her, or if they'd got done and then as he's going away, she's sitting there smoking a cigarette going, Colby! You know, something like that would have been, that's just a missed opportunity in my opinion.
Yeah, well, it's been done too, you know, it's not like that would be unique.
That's true. That's true.
It's been done.
But some of those cliches really kind of,
sometimes they're good.
So, overall, what grade do you give Sharkenstien?
Well, considering the budget, I'm going to say 2.25.
2.25.
Considering the budget. I think if you can do that much with that little, I think it's worth some credits. You know.
You think that's do that little with that little?
Some attaboys.
Okay. I am going to give Sharkenstien a 2. And I'm going to give it higher because I don't think I gave Bigfoot versus Zombie a 2. I think it was like a 1.5.
That should have been a 3 right there.
I'm going to give it a 2 for 2 reasons. A, it did have a shark. And I'm really kind of digging shark movies lately. I don't even know why. I can't explain it. And 2, I'm hoping because I gave it a 2 that maybe he'll forget about the rest of the movies and we can just move on.
I'm thinking about Queen Crab is next.
Oh, God. Or what is it? Sand Shark is another one.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of them.
There's a Jurassic or prehistoric one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
there's an Amityville in there somewhere.
Oh, yes. And I looked
this guy just is the gift that keeps on giving.
I want to say there were 7 or 8 movies at least that I found that had the guy that plays the Doctor, Ken Van Zant, the guy that plays Skip, and maybe even the girl too. Right? Yeah. What's the deal with him having his hat sideways? With the,
it was just fit his character, you know.
But it didn't. Well, he wasn't like
actually in the first movie where he played the stoner, the druggie. He almost fit that one pretty good. He did a better job. This one, he just played a stupid fucker. I mean, that's the whole deal.
Yeah.
He was just a goofy devil, which he was well fit to play that role, I mean.
All right, so we're going with question of the day.
Oh, my God.
And since we're watching the second movie that we've reviewed, the question is, what is your favorite sequel or series of horror movies?
We did the sequel thing once before.
Did we?
Yeah, we
remember that.
Yeah. I'm going to pick for a B movie, the Lake Placid series.
Did they make multiple ones of that?
Oh, baby. Yeah, they made 4 of them or 5 of them.
Really?
I forget. I've seen them all. You know? And
I'll never forget that, unfortunately.
You can't unhear that, yeah.
Wow. Man. I'm going to go with Thanksgiving. I didn't even realize they had more.
You haven't seen the other ones?
No, but just off of what I've seen on the internet for how horrible the third one is, there's no second one. It's Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving 3.
Really?
Yes. And it's a tie between that and Trolls, because Trolls 3 is quite possibly known as the worst horror movie ever made.
Yeah, we'll see.
Have you seen the scene they always show in Trolls where he goes, "Oh my God"?
No.
Oh my. We're probably going to review that one at some point. Really?
We should. Never seen
Oh my God. It's the Room of horror movies. So, do you have anything for us?
No, I hadn't thought of it. Damn it, I'm unprepared.
Well, you know what I always have to say then. Can't be a redneck. Leave a 6-pack out for one.